This evening, fire guts a home on Hatfield Street. Father of snakebite victim thanks the public for their help, but he also makes a troubling accusation. In the region, U.S. passes more sanctions against Venezuela. And internationally, Nigerian army rescues 1,000 victims from Boko Haram.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Bramwell Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Tuesday, May the 8th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Former Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh and former Chief Executive Officer of the National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited, Winston Brassington, today appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan, and they were both granted $6 million bail each for the charges laid against them, and the matter was adjourned to June 5th, 2018. A fire on Hatfield Street yesterday evening left over a dozen persons homeless. Wendell Jeffrey was there and filed this report.
Several firefighters responded to this fire here at Hatfield Street, sandwich between Durban and Hatfield Streets, as they sought to put the blaze out. It looked as though they would have contained the fire to a single home.
One of the neighbors in the yard spoke to Channel 2 Headline News, and she said that the Durellas lost everything in the blaze.
Was your house burned in the fire?
No, the back house.
Okay, what's the address here?
69 Hatfield Street.
Any idea how the fire started?
I have no idea. I was inside, and by the time the child called me and I come outside, the whole front was in flames, so I really don't know what happened.
But you don't think you've lost anything?
No, I didn't lose anything, but they lost everything.
Some of the neighbors were able to save some of the things. They brought them out here on this stretch here. This is a stretch on Hatfield Street, normally called the Walter Rodney stretch, and it looks as though some of the folks were able to save some of the items. They brought us some of their chairs and televisions and clothing, and of course off to the right of my shoulder there, the police are keeping a close watch on some of the items that the folks would have brought out here, no doubt for security reason. It looks as though they probably would have gotten help in their desperation to get out the stuff. They brought out their furnishings, some of their household appliances and so on. And this would have been from houses that surround the house that was burnt, because the word is that the house that was actually burnt, they were not able to save anything from that house.
Mayor of the city, Patricia Chase Green, was on hand to offer her support.
You give your contact number?
I know myself.
So you could
call me and I'm going to
from this family, I was told 3. Right? But they're now willing to talk and give out more information right now. And I can understand the position they're in. So I've given them some space, I've given them some numbers, and asked them that when everything is settled, they can reach out.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The Guyana Press Association calls out the government over the non-issuance of press passes for the year. According to a press release from the GPA, the organization seeks to set the record straight about the issue. The GPA met with the director of the Department of Public Information on January 30th, 2018 about the issuance of media passes. Currently, DPI is tasked with this. At this meeting, the GPA expressed the belief that it should issue passes to bona fide members of the media and submitted a legal agreement for the accreditation of media workers on February the 11th, 2018 to guide the process. There was no formal response from the government. Another written inquiry sent on April 16, 2018 about the status of this agreement has gone unanswered as well. With this in mind, the GPA has committed itself to discussing the association's taking up of the responsibility of issuing press passes next year. In this report, Wendell Jeffrey tells us more about the music, dance, and praise aboard the Interdenominational boat cruise on this past weekend.
The Prayer and Praise cruise that the Intercessors International of Guyana hosted on Saturday offered up a variety of spiritual pleasantries. They were seasons of prayers for different aspects of the country.
So we bring God, oh Lord, all of the ministries, specifically, Father, those troubled areas in ministry of social cohesion that is designed to bring unity and oneness and justice and truth, equity, righteousness, Father. Father, right now, we commit all the discipline services into your hands, knowing that you're faithful and able to keep. We place them under the blood of Jesus, and we thank you, Lord, for doing a new thing in our discipline service, not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit of the living God. God, remember the racism we heard so much about today. Not only in the world, but God, sad to say, in our own lives in your church. Please forgive us of racism. God, please forgive us. From the depths of our hearts, we ask you, forgive us. Father God, it's our prayer today that we have greater unity in the body of Christ. Father, we have unity, but we want greater unity. Father, we come up against every stronghold of the enemy.
Lord, we pray today for every minister. We pray for their wives. We pray for their children. Father, in the name of Jesus, we beat back the forces of darkness that have been coming against the ministers in this nation.
And so we pray that you release men and women, release your sons and daughters, release workers into the field and in our churches. We pray in Jesus' name, and everybody would say amen with me.
There were also good gospel music that was well appreciated by all.
Satan is moving out because Jesus is moving in. Everybody now, Jesus is moving in. Jesus is moving in. Satan is moving out because Jesus is moving in. Nobody else has teacher, man. I'm not going to give a preacher, man. Me not worry about the media, man. Someone of help on the leader, man. Jesus Christ is the leader, man. So don't try to deceive a man. Just stand up on your knee, man. Confess your sins and be free, man. We are one family. Open your... Come on. We are one family. Open your heart. We are one family. Open your heart and let Jesus. Somebody say Jesus.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, father of snakebite victim thanks the public for their help, but makes a troubling allegation. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rate. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town, served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from, also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
For all your floor covering needs, Kissoons has you covered. From wall-to-wall carpets, runners, rugs in all sizes and designs, mats for all entranceways, vinyl and rubber tiles too. And with our vast stock and knowledge, you're guaranteed to find your floor covering solution with us. We provide free estimates, and did I mention we install too? Like I said, we've got you covered. Kissoons Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Welcome back. Esther Sobers tells us that the 8-year-old girl from Region 1 who was bitten by a snake is recovering well.
8-year-old Alicia Alexander from Region 1 was playing in her backyard when she was bitten by a snake about 2 months ago. Not being able to receive the help she needed at a local hospital, little Alexander's father, Gilbert Alexander, rushed her to the Georgetown Public Hospital for immediate medical attention. Her story was publicized by the media and donations poured in from Guyanese throughout the diaspora. Today, Channel 2 Headline News spoke with Alexander and his daughter, who is recovering.
I feel so great. I feel relief. I feel happy. And I feel so good about the assistance of getting my daughter back on her feet, that she can really be recovered immediately.
Alexander is greatly thankful for the assistance of the doctors and nurses who saved his daughter's life.
I think that I would have lost her at once. But I thank for the doctors. I said plenty. Greetings to them. I love them. I respect them a lot in all the jobs they do. And I even so sometimes encourage myself, asking them, nurses and doctor, do you feel like, taking a drink with a juice or something from my food, but I can afford? They say, okay, it is okay. So I tell them, okay, thank you so much.
Though little Alicia is happy that she's feeling better and misses her home in Region 1, she will still need to visit the Georgetown Public Hospital for further medical checkups.
They give us a date that we can spend at home until 17, but I was thinking that to grab it up right here as I'm in Georgetown, so it's not going to be so much pressure to go there and to be back here. Okay, so I think that's the right thing I will be doing. I'm going to spend a few days more in the town at the hostel there until the 17th, that I can take her back to clinic, the doctor can examine her and check her properly and see if she is very okay to leave now.
Okay.
Yes, because where I came from is a very far, interior. There is have no support with like great doctors and so forth like the Georgetown. Okay.
Yes.
The
Georgetown Public Hospital did a great job.
Yes.
Little Alicia also thanked the public for their generous donations. What do you want to tell the people? Oh, that's nice. Persons desirous of donating and meeting little Alicia can make contact with Alexander on 683-4121. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Law Enforcement and Investigation Division of the GRA intercepted a vessel in the Atlantic Ocean which contained hundreds of boxes of foreign chicken and mosquito coils on May the 2nd. A statement from the GRA noted that the captain and 2 sailors are currently in police custody. According to the GRA, these were first-time offenders. It was further explained that from January 2018 to date, LEID has been able to recoup hundreds of millions of dollars in customs duties, excise taxes, environmental levies, and VAT, as well as fines, and confiscated significant quantities of commonly smuggled items. which include alcohol, foreign chicken, and mosquito coils. According to the GRA, whistleblowers have significantly improved the LEID's performance. The agency's revenue collection and the general public must be complimented in aiding the authority efforts in stamping out this activity. During the same interview with the Alexanders, the father, Gilbert, made a concerning allegation. Esther Sobers has more.
While speaking to Gilbert Alexander, the father of 8-year-old snakebite victim, Alicia Alexander, we learned of her current situation. His daughter is recovering well. Alexander is happy that she is alive. However, he is upset as he alleges that the money that was collected on his behalf by a social activist, he has yet to receive it. Alexander, who hails from Region 1 and doesn't know much about Georgetown, was befriended by the popular social activist Rodriguez, also known as the Guyanese critic. Do you have enough money to support your daughter and yourself at the moment?
Okay, well, that is a great question right now. I'm not in the right position right now with no kind of money on me. Okay? But there was some money was given over to me sometimes.
Yes, so as a person donated.
Yes, some people was donating, but there is no hand over as yet to me. I have something to receive, but I don't really have the right.
Who told you have something to receive?
Well, it's my friend. You have to say my friend, Mr. I don't know what his right name, but I know he has the critic guy. Yeah.
What he told you?
Well, he told me that I have some money to receive. I have to wait until they discharge Alicia from the hospital, and we have to do some videos and whatever more with her at the reporters there that come to her with the cameras and do the handing over and all kind of stuff like this. So, but I asked him when it's gonna be like. He's never really given me no date when it's gonna be like.
How much money have you received from Mr. Rodriguez?
Well, I received just a small time. One time he came up at the hospital there. He delivered me a 15,000. That was once. Okay. Yes, and after, recently a week ago, he handed over another little $5,000 that helped me to manage this child with getting her eatable stuff.
Alexander alleges that he only received a total of $20,000 from Rodriguez, though persons had donated over $100,000 to him.
That's the only guy that I trust as a friend, as he telling me that he have it under control.
So where do you say you have the money?
Well, give me a word. He said it's in some bank somewhere.
Where did he say he has the money?
He didn't give me the right number with what is the name of the bank or what is the phone number to get there or something. He just told me that he have them there because they were keeping in the bank there. So
how much money says he has for you at the bank?
Well, at the first he was telling me that I have 600,000. The next it come up to 800,000. I asked him, so what about if I can have half of the amount? And he telling me about some story with the people don't want to hand over this money like ordinary, but they want to make a video before they hand it over to Alicia because it is not my business, it is for her, right?
While Alexander received donations from other persons, he said Rodriguez had shown him money he received and claimed he will keep it and hand it over when he needs it.
4 or 5 little wallets was there.
He had?
Yes, he had envelopes for me.
And did he give it to you?
No, he didn't give it to me. He told me that he's gonna keep this stuff for me. Whenever I need, I must give him a call, and he's gonna be able enough to deliver. Telling myself I feel more comfortable. At least I trust some guy like him, because how he came up so nice and so kindly. I appreciate that way. Okay. I never really realized what it's gonna be like after.
Rodriguez explains that he has no ill intentions and believes it was all a misunderstanding.
I told Alexander, and one of my followers reached out to me and said they want to do something major for him, and they have an interest in me going and see where he lives in the Northwest District and building a house for him. So I told Alexander they're willing to spend about $800,000, and I gotta come up there when he goes up there and he's settled in. I will come.
Who are these people?
My followers.
Like, specifically, like we name names?
It's a single individual.
Name?
That person didn't want to be known, but if it comes to the point, I could show you the text.
So you say you have like about $60,000 in other
Balance.
for him. So
what
why
I
would
collect.
why do you not give him all the money a person gave to you? Why are you holding on to the money?
Well, I am not a charitable organization. My followers came in. They said they wanted to do this. For instance, one of the amounts of money was sent via Western Union from America, and it was taken out from the account received from Western Union like about 2 or 3 weeks after, because of what I was.
However, Rodriguez refutes Alexander's claims of only receiving $20,000. He also has no knowledge of telling Alexander about any money in the bank for him. Additionally, he noted that he has no official documentation to show how much money was given to Alexander.
There's a balance of $60,000, and in light of me being put on the spot here.
I have no evidence to prove such.
Well, I didn't expect him to say he didn't receive. I documented that I received, so everybody know I have the money. I trusted that as I get here, gonna say, well, I ain't getting money from you. You understand?
Nonetheless, Rodriguez explained that he will give Alexander the remainder of the donations by the end of the day. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. After the break, U.S. passes more sanctions against Venezuela, and Nigerian army rescues 1,000 victims from Boko Haram. Stay with us. Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Mom, Mother's Day is coming up, you know?
Yes, I know, and I hope I get something real nice. Last year was great. I love it.
Sparks an idea.
Yes, what?
Why not let's both head down to clearance and get ourselves some new outfits?
Oh, fantastic. Cheers for that.
Cheers to that indeed. Remember people, the sale happens for 2 days only.
May 11 and 12.
And for all you moms out there, there's a special offer. Buy one, get one free.
On all dresses, jeans, tops, and accessories.
Happening right here at Clearance.
Always keeping you in style.
Welcome back. Here's Bibi Bacchus with our regional and international headlines of the day.
On Monday, the United States announced additional sanctions on 3 Venezuelans and 20 companies with ties to Socialist President Nicolas Maduro. They are suspected of being involved in narcotics trafficking. The action prompted U.S. Vice President Mike Pence to call for more nations to increase pressure on Caracas. The individuals sanctioned on Monday are fairly low profile, and the move is unlikely to create major economic hardship. island-wide blackout hit Puerto Rico in April as the U.S. territory struggled to repair an increasingly unstable power grid nearly 8 months after Hurricane Maria. Officials said an excavator accidentally downed a transmission line. Since then, most of Puerto Rico is still without power. It has made it nearly impossible for residents in the town of Orocovis to return to normalcy. Some residents have yet to get water service back. The blackouts have snared traffic across the island, interrupted classes and work, and forced dozens of businesses to temporarily close, including the island's largest mall and popular tourist attraction. And in international news, record flooding has affected the lives of thousands of residents in the Canadian province of New Brunswick. Canadian media reported on Monday. The Coast Guard has been called in to aid those fleeing rising waters. At least 1,000 have registered with the Red Cross to say they have evacuated their homes, and many others have left to stay with relatives and friends, officials said. A long section of the Trans-Canada Highway has also been closed. To make matters worse, the runoff from rivers and streams has affected sewage, and the water could be heavily contaminated, health officials warned. And finally, Nigeria's military said on Monday it had helped to rescue more than 1,000 people held by Islamic militant group Boko Haram in the northeast of the country. It said the hostages consisted mainly of women and children, as well as some young men who had forced to fight for the group. Reuters was unable to independently verify the details contained in the military statement. The military, in an email statement, said troops rescued hostages from several villages in Bama local government areas in the northeastern state of Borno. It said the operation was conducted in conjunction with troops from neighboring countries who made up the multinational joint task force. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. Now for your 7-day weather forecast and bridge retraction schedule. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.